So this is the first time witnessing the Supreme Court objecting a ruling from Parliament House, which is very intruding. And this case could have been solved in Parliament House without a third party involved. Abusha aha authentic plus studio, making sure so like you subscribing. Now things waiting me share send a yebeko yeding. And last few months, NHS a Speaker of Parliament about Bagbin Echo declared 4 parliamentary seats vacant.
Proceeded to declare the seat vacant. However, I must emphasize that this ruling made by the previous speaker does not bind other speakers, including myself. It is important to point out that in the present matter before the House, the notice of poll
Alexander Afenyomarkin ranty say the ruling now a Speaker of Parliament and the right thing to do. I also join Monaches or Mutimi Irani or Motem as MPs in Parliament House. Now later on, and I just say Afenyomarkin education echo that Supreme Court say or Monshanache say Omundi Assam man. And pass the Supreme Court Eddie Assam Nache say or cho letter tintin at the money a Speaker of Parliament about back being say a bayan Kasanko for a what decree almost sit as vacant. On Jamo no Muntimi and your Motem as MPs in office. Senabaya Intimi and Kofa Asimbiamba.
And not just the 4 people that sit in Parliament. He was also doing so at a time that from the official records of Parliament presented to the Supreme Court, the Speaker knew that a contrary interpretation was being placed on the same constitutional provision and that the Supreme Court's jurisdiction had been invoked to provide the correct interpretation. By reason of law, there could be no by-election to replace these elected representatives between 17th October 2024 and 7th January 2025. So, 2024. 7th January 2025. 2025. So these Ghanaians would have been left without a voice and representation in Parliament from 18th October 2024 until 7th January 2025, when the 9th Parliament can be duly constituted in Ghana. This exceptional circumstance arising from the outcome of the ruling weighed on the mind of the Supreme Court to grant an order directing a stay of execution of the ruling of the Speaker on 17th October 2024. Second, the effect of this ruling would be that the salaries, allowances, and other emoluments of these members of Parliament would have had to stop being paid immediately. They would have had to vacate their offices in Parliament and cease functioning on any committee of Parliament that they were serving on. If any of them was a minister or deputy minister and had been appointed as such by reason of being members of Parliament, the ruling that they had vacated their seats could have brought those duties to an immediate halt. Indeed, one of the 4 members of Parliament is the current second deputy Speaker of Parliament. The Supreme Court was very clear that these outcomes that could cause irreparable harm to the constituencies in issue and the MPs themselves.
Now, Enuma created a lot of conversations on social media. So why is the Supreme Court involving in the affairs of Parliament's House? We know, sir, to some extent, Supreme Court has the right to involve and to interfere in the affairs of Parliament House. But this is based on the ruling. Speaker of Parliament, I use the Constitution, Article 97, Clause G and H. And that's just what the year ruling. And he said, if say Supreme Court then that means what is the essence of we using the Constitution and creating the Constitution in the first place. About my lot of conversation about course I was social media not say and asam ketua. Na nipa bakwa osai so disappointed in Supreme Court a lawyer Frimpong Anokye or a law practitioner e Ghana hasi. And I just say Accra FM and the two no say look, Supreme Court involved in Asibia, including in the affairs of Parliament House, a very, 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 very bad. Very bad. Because we have a constitution. So if we truly have a constitution, I year Juma, not Speaker of Parliament, I use the same constitution, then this is a disrespect to the Parliament House. And I think so Ghana phone na. Ebusuahwe video no.
Asambeni. Enti no niesi enra no. Ayro huye. Especially Supreme Court person kire yen say. Benne we are wajin say what party no mu a. Speaker of Parliament enti me fan ye adwuma. Na mo me yentwan na wo wie wo adwuma. Next Parliament and you bet me de ajajo. Pacho say sana tie bia. And then Kayan Article 97 and French Constitution because who enquina
okay.
Because the Maya Bonin near see young chain na the Bimua and Sana Yachima Sodia. And you know who ya say Wobaka say your bonnet because Wobachima so Nami was he from you. After 2024, the next parliament in it's a different ball game altogether. If you want to mention you pay you at when now one can say last year we be saying Japan Dembrano Barbario. The media the say Yamame Tokonu I am from its workers here papa because Article 97 you don't need to be a lawyer to understand. Say when I offer so buy and what's the Sasa Quinoa I say we lose with it. And I did back when Yamia about Madame Tokonu do anything. Your constitution will or share the first constitution, 1960, and no share 79, no share 1979. So, be a woman, the problems at the buy. Yet, written 192 years. And it is 1992 constitution year, the year, in 1960 constitution, no provision be what we say. What the parliament at any time would be a free. What party, Moko party, from young to Swaba. And only a friend of crossing of carpet. And no one, my Kwame Coma, da, Martin, who for me, baby, and Momo crossing carpet in the year CP4. And the 1992 constitution then who said, a banner sanua, or be to me that damn Pesua so for. Mamma example, or be dear or pay NDC, no best Sunday election, our Bantama and our Swami, and I should be your Belusu. Or be or pay MPP, oh, the Papa Sandy cut you not on South, the Belusu. If you bet to me about that, NDC needed to command himself Sunday NDC or Belusu. No, I said that for Sunday MPP, Bantama constituency, or the two Parliament USA, Macross Cap. Na babbing a family through what? Na Madame Tokonu Akase, babbing I am from Soyaman is now one bright any panel, but here to know when the party. No one sign a chance so a da. This was so fun to about every year. It's just an and when. Until you may any Yama Mitokonu, why not? Or did democracy back Ghana? Mammy say a democracy.
All right.
Just as guy we crowd in about the county. Obi any for Shem people at now, Nipa and so why you Juma. Wabre Nipa to when they are more than 10. I don't know where you papa will become. And only Mamma Jenny who says I'm penny for one. What the one will buy and come on Jenny be a different man. I say and she say when it's Timono. And China, of course, sir.
Okay. Lawyer, you better was say, now you do a see Hanum. I'm saying Monina, now the boy, no. Or shall see at the conclusion in my and if you about substance in Ancasa, so as some Nancasa, and I'll be catch the I church in my atias and the say, the Supreme Court no more any boy as a nation, and a pay that say. Lawyer and not your Frimpong, a private legal practice.
So, yes, on the case of ASR 4 vacancies, you know, I just say. That's what a trending part of social media. Up to now, we haven't had a final verdict and as a final ruling as to whether say Speaker of Parliament or Jama Sankufuwi or running on term as MPs in office. But then Embra H said any MP or by say obey crossing carpet to another party. No, that MP he or she has the right to declare his seat as vacant. Sana Embraniche, according to the Constitution, Article 97, Sana Embraniche. But then according to Ghana Fund, Kamia said some MPs are not ready to respect the rules in Parliament House, which is no good. Which is very, 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 very bad. And right now, Akaka Krebi, not just a Kwakotwaba. So if we are not able to solve this case, na yakoto aba ebe say bibi from which ebia Ghana for yempe enti when in sema lawyer Anokye ede to dia oche say enye rights enye right crampo say eye Supreme Court e wo so de ne hujim and afin so enye right say eye parliamentarians omubeba ruling na eye Speaker of Parliament eboagu enye. This is not such a disrespect to the Parliament House itself. Ebusia aha authentic class studio. Make sure so be like you be subscribe. We are not comment send e be ya e betimi akoye ni.